So one thing you and I bonded over when we started talking around the pandemic time was how the pandemic really put a lot of restrictions on our freedoms and the censorships that was involved. Were you worried about putting a film like The Real Anthony Fauci? Did you think you would get censored or that it would hurt your career or you would get canceled as a writer? How did you feel about it?
Yeah, actually, I was really nervous at that time. Coming from the entertainment industry, I knew that nobody really would be okay with this documentary. Probably that this documentary would be censored anyway, but it wasn't a film or a project that I really felt like I could talk to people about unless it was, just the small group that I was working with. And in fact, when I first started, the producer asked me to be the ghostwriter. And I was actually okay with it. I was just so passionate about the project. I was so passionate about this subject. I was excited just to do it. So I was like, fine, yeah, I'll be a ghostwriter. And that would work out. But as time went by, the producer asked me, he was like, do you want your name on it? And at that time, it was months in, and I had been writing up all these interview questions for all of these really brave people who have been standing up to the system, the corrupt health system, for decades. And yeah, a lot of them had their careers affected negatively because of it. But I felt what they were doing was so noble. It was so brave that I wanted to kind of stand in solidarity with them. And I was inspired to be brave. So I actually said, yeah, I would love to have my name on it. This is something that I would definitely want to put my name on. And and so he said, okay, great. And then that's what happened.
This as you're explaining the adaptation and taking the information that you've gotten from this 500-page book, right? Uh, my question would be, how long does something like this take you, roughly, to go from uh, concept to actual finished product?
It would usually take much longer than it did, but it only took about 9 months, meaning the whole movie was complete. So I wrote the initial outline in 4 weeks, which is incredibly fast. And then throughout the following months, I had to constant updates. So I not only wrote the script, but I also had to write up all of these interview questions. As the interviewees were being interviewed over the following months, I had to put in, what they said into the script. So the script was sort of like always molding, evolving. And then, of course, it all led up to COVID. When the lockdowns were restricting us from flying, how did that affect you, your career, your lifestyle? Um, how did it affect you?
Well, for the most part, well, obviously, I didn't travel internationally during the lockdown. I mainly travel within the states, so I became very acclimated with Florida because Florida was one of those states that was pretty much open the whole pandemic. So I was able to go there freely, move around, still be able to enjoy the just enjoy being there. Uh, I did a bit of travel to California, the Carolinas. Carolinas, the South didn't seem like it was as uh, many restrictions as they were here in New Jersey, in New York, or up north. So I did mostly local travels and a lot of road trips.